Guys, what I'm going to show you today is a quick tutorial on how to use the podcasting app Opinion. What I like about Opinion is it's very much like a blog, but for podcasts, and it's very easy to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to open up the app itself, and when we get there, your screen should look like this. Now, if it doesn't look like this, that means that you've never used this before, which means that you didn't do our previous podcasting assignment, so you're going to be starting off from scratch. But if your screen looks like this, excellent, you're ready to go. First thing you're going to do is, with this today, you are going to create 3 different podcast episodes. You're going to create the first one, you're going to reenact FDR's speech after Pearl Harbor. And remember, you should be emotional. You're trying to drum up that excitement from the American public. The second one will be President Bush's speech after 9/11, again, drumming up support and encouragement for our country. And then the third one is when you're going to be discussing the comparisons and the contrasts between both speeches. But to record is very easy on Opinion. You're going to simply touch on the record button, and when you do, it's automatically going to start recording for you. Now you'll notice that there are lines down there, and that's your vocal lines. You want to keep it steady at about 2 to 3 lines, and that's going to be a good vocal sound. When you're done, you're going to press on the record button again to make it stop. And when it does, you're going to see that your audio clip is there. Now, what's great about Opinion is if you make a screw up while you're recording your podcast, don't stop and delete everything, because they have some really simple editing tools that will solve that. And to use the editing tools, all you have to do is just touch on the clip itself. Then it's going to open up your sound clip. And now from here, you have the option of being able to delete or edit something. So let's say I screwed up right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my line right at that spot, okay? And then I'm going to cut on the scissors, click the scissors. That's my first cut. You have to make 2 cuts. Then I'm going to go to where my screw up ended. Let's say it was right there. I'm going to cut on the scissors, and now I have this clip. Well, I don't want this clip, so I'm going to touch on the trash can, and I'm going to remove it, and now it's gone. That's beautiful. Now, another great thing about this app is that it allows you to title clips so you know where things are and to keep things organized. So, for example, if I want to title this clip, I simply touch on where it says Untitled, and I can title it. I can call this FDR Part 1. And now I'm able to save that, and I know that that clip is the first part of FDR's speech. If I'm done editing, and let's say I wanted to go back and record some more from FDR's speech, I simply touch on the back button, I press record again, and now I'm recording another clip. When I'm done recording it, I press stop, and I can go back through the same thing. Now, when you're done recording your first episode, you're going to then touch on the get out of here button. Now, when you do, you want to post it as a new episode, because it is a new episode. Actually, I'm going to go back for a second. I'm going to click cancel. I want to go back. I want to click the get out of here button, but I want you to check something for me first. I want you to touch on manage episodes. And when it comes up, I want you to look at the very top, right underneath settings in that gray box. Everyone's podcast, your title should be your name and then podcast. So for example, mine is Mike Saraceni's podcast. Because again, this is going to be like your blog for podcast. It's going to be like a book. The cover is going to be your name, and it's going to say it's all the podcasts, and then what's inside of it, all those separate pages are going to be all your separate podcasts that you create along the way. So if it doesn't say your name with podcast, you're going to click on change title, and you're going to change the title to put in your name and podcast. If you want to put in a description, you can. If you want to put in artwork, you can. This kind of makes it look cool. I used Freedom Middle School logo because, that's where I work and I'm proud to be here. So I use that so people will see it when they come to listen to my podcast. So once you have that all set, you press on done, and then you click the get out of here button again, and now we want to post this new episode. So I'm going to post it, and I'm going to give it a title. I can call it FDR speech, or you can call it FDR's, reenactment speech, whatever you want. If you want to put in a description of what this assignment was, you can. It's not necessary. Once you're done, you're going to press on post. And then it is going to post right there on your blog of podcast. If you have a Twitter, I want you to tweet to me the link. And if you don't, what you're going to do is you're going to open it up in Safari, and you're going to copy and paste the link and then submit it to me in Schoology into our World War II folder. When you're done, it's going to ask you, do you want to start a new episode? Absolutely you do. You press delete. You confirm that you want to delete all your clips because they're already been posted, so you're not going to lose anything. And now you're going to record your second podcast, which would be Bush's speech. And you're going to go through the same process. Again, post it just like we showed you. So that's your tutorial on how to use Opinion. Good luck, enjoy, and I can't wait to listen to all the amazing reenactments that you've created and your thoughts on comparing the two speeches.